morning, everyone. Today we have the second half of Charlotte Pop-Up Yoga, Natalie, and she's going to run us through the class this week. And she already shared the Spotify playlist in the chat. If you want to play along with her, then feel free. If you can't see that, then just let me know and I can reshare.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. We're really excited to be here with the Vika community and do this exclusive workout with you guys. And we'll go ahead and get started. So the playlist is in the chat. If you want to go ahead and tee that up, I'll kind of do a 3, 2, 1, and we can all hit it at the same time if you want to play along with us. All right. All right, so coming to our mat, we're going to start out actually in Tadasana, mountain pose. So, first with the playlist. If you're ready, go ahead and grab any blocks or blankets or towels that you want to use to help modify your poses. I'm going to grab my block as well so I can demo that for you. And with your playlist, you can go ahead and hit start in 3, 2, 1, start. Go ahead and come to Tadasana on your mat. So feet are hip distance apart, shoulders drawn down your back, arms at your side, eyes are closed here. So we center our breath, paying attention to the inhales and exhales. There's power in this pause, creating space and quiet to rebalance ourselves, whether it's the outer noise or the inner noise in our minds, the checklists, the replays of the day. The antidote is silence. Notice your breath moving in and out. Keeping your eyes closed as you let your head fall to the right, pressing out through the left arm for a neck release. Maybe bringing your right hand on top of your head to pull your neck a little bit further, very gently, for a nice stretch in the left side of your neck. Inhale. And exhale. Switching sides, letting your neck fall to the left side, pressing out through the right arm for a nice stretch in that right side neck. Maybe bringing the left hand on top of your head to gently pull it down a little bit further. Inhale and exhale. Each breath letting go of a little more tension. With eyes still closed, take some shoulder shrugs, bringing your shoulders up to your ears and down around the front. Inhale as you lift your shoulders up to your ears, and exhale as you round them down. Take a few like this with your own breath. And then switch directions, maybe first coming up through the front, bringing the shoulders up to the ears and down and around the back. Waking up the body. When you're ready, bring your arms out in front of you, palms facing up. Use your left hand to draw the right fingertips back towards your body for a forearm and wrist stretch. So that shoulder, right shoulder, draw down your back. Make sure you're grasping onto your thumb as well. Nice stretch in our forearms, our wrists, and our fingers. Inhale and exhale. Shake that out and switch sides. Bringing the left fingertips, drawing them back towards your body with your right hand. Again, locking that left shoulder down your back. For a nice stretch in your left forearm and wrist. It's great if you're spending a lot of time at the computer. An easy way to take a pause during your day, take a breath, and a little stretch here. All right, release that. Arms up overhead, hands clasped, palms facing up towards the sky. Stretch, maybe even coming up onto your tiptoes. Big morning stretch here, waking the body up. If your toes are lifted, go ahead and bring them down. Release your hands behind your neck, palms or hands still clasped, palms touching the back of your head. And then open up, open your elbows wide, gaze up towards the ceiling. In gratitude for another day, checking in with your breath. And then gently releasing down to forward fold, one vertebrae at a time. Gazing first at your belly, then your thighs, your knees, rolling all the way down to forward fold. So hands up on a block or all the way down to the mat. Be gentle with yourself here. If you need to take a micro bend in the knees, you can do that. Draw the crown of your head towards the ground. Maybe shake your head yes or no. Letting go here. Inhale, exhale. And then step your feet out, heel toe your feet out a little bit wider than your mat for Malasana yogi squat. So you can come all the way down to about an inch or so off the ground, or today, if you're not quite there yet, you can be 1 foot off the ground. Wherever you are today is great. Just bring your hands to heart center. Use your elbows if you're all the way down to press your knees out a little bit further. Back is nice and long, crown of the head to the sky. If you have a block, great place to sit up on your block here for some extra support. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Hands to the mat, hips to the sky. Shake that one out. And keeping our feet as they are, or maybe even a notch wider. Take a bend once again, this time bringing your hands onto the tops of your knees for a shoulder dip. Drawing your right shoulder across towards the left knee. Gaze back behind you, over the left shoulder for a nice shoulder dip here, just wringing it out. Deep breath here. Coming back up through center and leaning over to the opposite side. So left shoulder over towards that right knee, gaze over the right shoulder. Twist it out here. Nice detoxifying pose. And then we'll take a flow as if doing a standing cat-cow, bending to center, leaning towards the left, through center. Exhale right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. One more with your own breath. And on the next inhale, roll all the way up, back up to standing in Tadasana. Resetting, hands at heart center. One deep inhale and exhale. We'll take some half sun, so we'll do the first one slow, and then do 5 with 1 count with each breath. Inhale, your arms up overhead, hands to touch in prayer. Bring those arms down in front of you and swan dive forward for forward fold, bringing your hand to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, back flat, arms straight. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, gathering your prayer. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Take 5 like that, 1 breath each. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Arms up overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. A few more. Arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Last one. Moving with your own breath here, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Eyes closed here, resting in stillness, feeling the effects of this in your body. And some heat building to our practice. Maybe take a moment to set your intention. Set your goal for your day. What you want to dedicate your practice to. And then opening the eyes, coming into tree pose. So root down firmly in that left foot, maybe placing one toe at a time into the earth, imagining roots running all the way to the center of the earth. Right sole of the foot comes to the ankle, shin, or maybe today all the way up to the thigh. Wherever you are today is great. Bring your hands to heart center, stay here, or grow your branches. Fixing your gaze on a single point for balance. Inhale and exhale. It's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall out. Just be where you are today. Release everything down. Coming into crescent lunge, stepping the right foot back, up on the ball of the back foot, 90-degree angle with the front leg, arms out in front of you overhead, palms facing one another. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And then twisting out to the side, keeping your legs as they are. So twisting open as you exhale. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale as you twist to the opposite side. A few like this. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms up overhead one last time, bringing your hands all the way down to the mat or blocks for intense leg stretch. Straightening your front leg, straighten both legs. Maybe step that back leg up slightly and out to the side to even your hips. You can even check in with your hips here, make sure they're nice and even. Stay here with a flat back. Or bring your hands to a block or a mat, bringing your nose eventually towards your shin. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Step that right foot back, revolve side angle, right hand on the inside of the left foot. Left arm comes up overhead, so you're still high on the ball of that back foot. Gazing up towards the lifted fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Breathe out, 2. Breathe in. Breathe out, 3. Release your hand down to the mat, framing the front foot. Pressing into the palm, shoot that foot back into a high plank for Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down from high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, toes down, chest up. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. First down dog of the day, maybe you walk your dog here, bending one leg and then the other. Taking whatever movements you need. Coming to stillness. Lift your right foot back up to 3-point. Step it through to the top of the mat in between your hands for warrior 1. Flip that back foot flat. Rise up, palms facing one another. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale and exhale. Checking in, hips are shining forward. Keeping your legs as they are open out, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Arms are parallel to the earth. Gaze over the front fingertips, drawing the knee back towards center. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Serve the arm forward. Bring the hand down to a block or mat, ankle or shin. Left arm rises up overhead, drawing the left shoulder back towards the imaginary wall behind you, drawing the hips in towards center. Inhale and exhale. Taking a bend in that front knee, transition warrior two into peaceful warrior. Left hand falls onto the back leg, right arm up overhead and slightly behind you for a gentle back bend. Gaze up at that lifted arm. Inhale. Exhale, and then windmill your arms both down to the ground. Press into your palms, shoot that right foot back, coming into high plank once more. Hold, and then lift our hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Lift your gaze, bend your knees, step or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, back flat, arms straight. Exhale, forward fold. Padangustasana, taking your peace sign fingers, wrapping them around your two big toes. Inhale as you lengthen, exhale as you draw yourself forward, grasping onto those toes, letting your elbows fall out to the side, crown of the head towards the earth. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Release your grip. Go ahead and roll all the way up, back to standing to Dasana. Roll those shoulders down your back. Immediately going to the next side. So rooting the right foot firmly down into the earth. One toe at a time, pinky to big toe. Rooting that leg down into the earth. Bring the sole of the left foot to the ankle, shin, or thigh. Fixing your gaze on a single point in front of you. Stay here, hands at heart center, or lift your hands all the way up, growing your branches. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale, and then release everything down wherever you are, stepping that left foot back for crescent lunge. Here we are once again, up on the ball of the back foot. Right angle with your front leg, palms facing one another, arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, one. Inhale, exhale, two. Inhale, exhale, three. As you twist open out, arms parallel to the earth, and then inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, twist. Inhale, overhead. One more round. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your hands down to the ground or a block. Intense leg stretch, maybe stepping that back leg up and forward out to the side slightly. Both legs are straight, back flat, stay here, or go ahead and release your head down. Crown of the head towards the earth. Nose eventually towards your shin. Called intense leg stretch for a reason. Be gentle with yourself here. This is early morning for many people. Know where it's okay to take a micro bend. Take it easy with yourself as your body's waking up. One more inhale and exhale. Then step that left foot back for a revolve side angle, bringing the left hand to the inside of that front foot, right arm up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Releasing that hand down to the ground, framing that front foot. And then shoot that front foot back into a high plank, taking Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down from high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog, toes down, chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Melting our heart towards our thighs, our head in line with our biceps. Take a deep inhale here, open your mouth and exhale it out. Maybe one more like that. Lifting our left foot up to the sky, stepping it through to the top of the mat for warrior one. Flip the back foot flat, arms come up overhead, torso rises, palms facing one another. Maybe check in with your hips here, drawing them forward like your hips are two spotlights shining forward. Inhale, exhale one. Inhale, exhale two. Inhale, exhale three. Opening out, taking slight adjustments in your legs if you need to. One arm in front, one arm behind. Nice and even. Warrior two. Inhale, exhale one. Inhale, exhale two. Inhale, exhale three. Straighten that front leg, circle your arms forward, Trikonasana chair, triangle pose. Arm down to the ground, right arm up to the sky. Drawing those hips in towards center. Right shoulder drawing back towards the imaginary wall behind you. Taking a bend in that front leg. Warrior two is the transition to peaceful warrior. Right hand falls to the back leg behind you. Left arm up overhead and slightly behind you. Gazing up at the lifted fingers. Peaceful warrior. Inhale. And exhale. And then windmill your arms once more down to the ground. Shoot that foot back. High plank. Hold. Exhale. Lift your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Lift your gaze, bend your knees, step or walk yourself up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward hold, Padahastasana. So bringing the palms of your hands to touch the bottoms of your feet. Also called gorilla pose here. Go ahead and bring your hands underneath your feet. Toes are touching wrists here maybe, or tops of your hands. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you allow your head to fall towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale one. Inhale. Exhale two. Inhale. Exhale three. One at a time, release your hands. Draw your prayer up overhead, coming to standing. Exhale, Tadasana, hands at heart center. We're going to take a wide-legged stance here. So coming out to the long edge of your mat. Legs are wide, toes pointed towards the corners of your mat. And shoot your arms up overhead for star. Nice power pose here before you go into a meeting. Just make sure your video camera is off maybe. Maybe gaze up overhead. Nice strength in this pose. And then lowering down into goddess. So taking a deep bend here in your knees. Arms are in a goal post. Check in, maybe press your knees back so much so that you can just see your big toes when you look down. Hold it here. You can stay here today if you need, or if you're able to go a little bit further down, play around with what feels good for you today. Coming back up to star, bringing prayer to touch overhead, and then swan dive forward, hinging at the hips, bringing your hands down to the ground, and walking them over to the right leg. So go ahead, shift your weight towards this right side. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, nose towards knee. Inhale and exhale here. And then walking your hands back through center to the opposite side, over to the left leg. Inhale as you lengthen, exhale, bring that nose towards the knee. Inhale and exhale. Walking hands back through center, hands on the hips, flat back, coming back up to standing. Shoot those arms once more back up to star. We'll take a gentle star goddess pose here, or flow. So bringing hands to touch overhead in prayer. Exhale as you draw it forward, bend the knees. Inhale as you open back up. Exhale as you bring it back down. If you like this with your own breath, think of them as grounded jumping jacks. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, opening up wide. One more exhale. Inhale, this time gather your prayer, heart set, hands overhead, and then draw them over towards the left as you take a side lunge to the left. So your seat is pushed back towards the wall behind you. You can stay here or maybe even lift your right toes off the ground for an extra challenge. Inhale and exhale here. Hold. And then bringing your prayer up, back overhead and shooting yourself over to the right for the right side lunge. Once again, hips back towards the side, towards the wall behind you. Chest strong forward, hands at prayer. Maybe lift those left toes up off the ground for an extra challenge. Inhale and exhale. And then lifting that prayer up overhead once more, taking that dive forward, hinging at the hips, bringing hands down to the block or mat. Stay here or walk your hands through your legs to the opposite long edge of your mat. So bringing your head down towards the ground. You can take a wider stance if you'd like. So head towards the earth here, top of the head. Inhale. Exhale, release everything here. See if in these last few minutes you can breathe out any more tension. And then walk your hands back up through center. And take a quarter turn, walking your hands to the right, back to the top of your mat, framing that right foot. And go ahead, take your left knee down to the ground. Come all the way back to seated. You're going to kickstand that left foot out to the side for three-legged forward fold. So your hips are rooted in the earth here, left leg out to your side, right leg straight out in front of you, toes flexed. Inhale, your arms up overhead. Exhale, to draw your chest forward and down, maybe grasping onto your toes, ankle, or shin today. Wherever you are, go ahead and drop your head, releasing any effort here. You don't want to be straining. This is time to release. Inhale and exhale. Coming back up, switching sides, bringing the left leg straight out in front of you, toes flexed, right leg drawing it back behind you, kickstanding it out to the side a bit. If this is too intense for your knees, you can take a wider position here, or if this feels okay, you can bring your knees more to touch. So once again, grounding in our seat here, drawing our arms up overhead, leading with our heart, bringing our hands towards our foot, ankle, or shin, releasing our head. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Release, coming back into seated. Both feet out in front of you. Soles of your feet to touch. Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet are touching. Legs are in a diamond shape here. Knees drawing out to the side. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you grasp onto the feet to draw yourself forward. Or for a relaxing pose, you can release your palms towards facing up towards the sky and simply drop your head. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. One more deep inhale and exhale. Coming back up to seated, soles of the feet onto the ground, maybe readjusting your seat a little bit here as we prepare to move down to the ground. Grasping onto your knees, lift your chest up. Imagine there's a magnet between your belly and your knees. Stay here, maybe take one foot at a time or take both. And then release your feet down to the ground if you've lifted and roll all the way back onto your mat. Lift your feet up towards the sky. The soles of the feet are up towards the ceiling. You can stay here with legs lifted. This is a great place to be. You're going to get all the same benefits here. If you'd like to do a little bit more ab work today, you can go ahead and lower your legs down. You place your hands on the ground for some extra support. Lower your feet down to 60 degrees, then 30 degrees, and then shoot them all the way back up. If you like that. Lower down 60, 30, all the way back up. Lower down again, hovering above the ground, shoot them back up. One more like that. 60, 30, back up overhead. Keep your feet lifted just like this, reversing the blood flow. Great benefits just having your legs lifted here. Or you can play around with happy baby. For happy baby, go ahead and draw your knees out wider than your torso. Soles of the feet still up towards the sky, grasping onto the bottoms of your feet here to draw your feet, your knees down closer to the earth. Rooting the low back into the earth here. You can stay here or play around, straightening one leg and then the other. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Wherever you are, release your feet down to the ground. Matsyasana, fish pose. So legs are straight out in front of you. Come up onto your forearms. Draw your shoulders down your back. Let your head fall back behind you. Nice stretch of your throat here. Deep inhale and exhale. And release it down, bringing your knees up to your chest, hugging them in, taking a supine twist. Last pose before final rest, letting your knees fall out to the left side. Arms out at your sides, gaze over at the opposite fingertips. In this case, your right fingertips. Inhale and exhale. Enjoying this time of pause, this time of quiet that you created for yourself. Bringing your feet back through center, letting your hips fall to the opposite side, knees falling to the right, gaze over at those left fingertips. Inhale and exhale. Noticing how your body feels differently than when you first started. How your breath feels differently, how your mind feels different perhaps. And then bring your knees back through center. Hug everything in. Draw your head up towards your knees. Tight, 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 tight. And release everything down for Shavasana. Feel free to grab a blanket or a bolster if you have them. Whatever you'd like to make yourself more comfortable for your final resting pose. When you get there, let your legs fall wide, your hands fall down at your side, palms facing up to the sky. Release any tension in your toes, your ankles, your shins. Scanning the body, releasing any tension in your thighs, your hips, your belly. Let go of any final bits of tension you're holding on to in your jaw, letting your tongue fall to the back of your throat. Eyes closed ever so lightly. We go within every day and find our inner strength so that the world cannot blow out your candle, your light, your love, your joy. Shavasana. Gently bring some movement back into your fingers, your toes, your ankles. Gently reawakening as we roll over to one side. Pausing in stillness. And then coming back up through seated, keeping our eyes closed. So we sit in a comfortable seated position with our palms facing up to the sky, sitting with the effects of our practice for a moment. So again, checking in with our breath. We may not always be able to control the outer noise in our lives, but we can control our inner noise and create inner peace. Bringing our hands to prayer at third eye to your forehead. As we go off our mat into the world today, let's bring kindness in our thoughts, hands to prayer at our lips for kindness in our words, prayers to our heart for kindness in our actions. The divine in me sees and honors the divine in you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. As you go out off the mat today, I hope that you can find some simple ways to slow down and take a short moment of pause throughout the day. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful day.